If you are thinking about downsizing right now, there is a conversation we seriously need to have because there is a downsizing scam happening every single day, and most homeowners do not even realize they are falling into it until it is too late. And no, I am not talking about some shady company or internet fraud. I am talking about the biggest misconception in real estate today, especially for people moving into 55 plus communities and active adult living here in Greater Sacramento. People are being sold the dream of downsizing without being told the full story. For years, homeowners have heard the same advice over and over again. Sell the big house, simplify your life, lower your expenses, enjoy retirement. It sounds perfect, right? Less maintenance, less cleaning, less stress, more freedom. And emotionally, that vision is incredibly appealing. I completely understand why so many people are excited about it, but here is what nobody talks about. Downsizing does not automatically mean saving money. In fact, I have seen many homeowners move from a larger family home into a smaller home in a beautiful, active adult living community and end up spending more every month than they did before. That surprises people because they assume smaller house equals smaller expenses. Unfortunately, that is not always how the math works today. I recently worked with homeowners who sold a longtime family home thinking they were making a financially conservative move. They purchased a beautiful newer home in a 55 plus community with amazing amenities. The home itself was smaller, but the lifestyle was incredible. Gorgeous clubhouse, fitness center, pickleball courts, walking trails, social clubs, concerts, golf, restaurant dining, all the things people dream about when they picture retirement living. At first, they felt excited and relieved, but about 6 months later, reality started setting in. Their property taxes increased because they bought at today's values. Their HOA fees were significantly higher than expected. Insurance costs had changed. Utility costs were different. Then came furnishing the new home, adding custom upgrades, landscaping, joining clubs, golfing more often, traveling more, dining out more frequently, because now they were surrounded by an active social lifestyle. And suddenly they realized something nobody had prepared them for. They had downsized the house, but they had upgraded the lifestyle. Now, let me be clear. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that if it is intentional. Honestly, many people are happier than ever after making the move. The problem happens when homeowners believe downsizing is automatically the cheaper option without fully understanding the complete financial picture. That is the scam nobody talks about. The real estate industry often markets downsizing like it is some automatic financial win, but every homeowner's situation is completely different. Sometimes downsizing creates freedom. Sometimes it creates stress. Sometimes it improves cash flow beautifully. Other times it locks people into higher monthly costs than they expected. And here is another thing nobody tells you. Some people are downsizing emotionally instead of strategically. I hear this all the time. The house feels too big now. We are tired of maintenance. The kids are gone. We just want simpler. Those feelings are valid, but making a major real estate decision based purely on emotion without looking at the next 10 to 15 years can become a very expensive mistake. Because what happens if the new home has stairs you eventually struggle with? What happens if the community is too far from family? What happens if you underestimated future healthcare access, transportation needs, or rising HOA costs? What happens if you give up a locked-in low property tax situation only to enter a dramatically more expensive monthly payment structure? These are the conversations that should happen before the moving truck shows up. Honestly, the smartest move is not always downsizing. Sometimes it is right-sizing. There is a huge difference. Right sizing means finding the home and lifestyle that actually fits the life you want to live next. For some people, that absolutely is a smaller home in Sun City Roseville or Sun City Lincoln Hills. For others, it may mean staying in their current home and remodeling it for aging in place. Sometimes it means relocating closer to grandchildren. Sometimes it means finding a lock and leave property for travel freedom. Sometimes it means avoiding a move completely for another 5 years because financially it makes more sense. This is why I always tell my clients not to focus only on square footage. Focus on lifestyle, long-term comfort, monthly expenses, future flexibility, and peace of mind. The best downsizing decisions happen when homeowners stop asking, how small can we go? And start asking, how do we want to live? Because this chapter of life should feel exciting, not stressful. And here's the good news. When downsizing is done correctly, it can truly transform your quality of life. I have seen clients become more social, more active, healthier, less stressed, and genuinely happier after making the right move into the right community. But the key word there is right. The right timing, the right financial strategy, the right neighborhood, the right expectations. That is why working with someone who truly understands the 55 plus lifestyle market matters so much. You need someone who understands not only home values and negotiations, but also the emotional side of leaving a longtime family home and stepping into a completely new season of life. So before you make a downsizing decision anywhere in Greater Sacramento, Roseville, Lincoln, Rockland, or Folsom, slow down long enough to look at the entire picture. Run the real numbers. Think long term. Ask deeper questions. Understand the lifestyle you are buying into, not just the home itself, because the goal is not simply to own a smaller house. The goal is to create a better life. This is Sherri Walker, your trusted realtor in Greater Sacramento. Ciao for now.